Hello, this is Morgan Friedman, live and direct from Columbus, Ohio, here to bring you the King Kaleb podcast. Hide your white women and buckle up.
Hello everybody and welcome to the grand spectacular King Kaleb special edition 2019 NFL previews and predictions. I might do a college one next year because shit's already playing. But yeah, that might be too fucking long. NFL's just sweet and to the point, and there's parity and there's more shit we could talk about. Like I said, I'm just gonna go conference to conference, division to division. I'll give you everyone's record, what I think, my Super Bowl prediction, and whatnots. Awards. I'll give out the awards, what I think is going to happen. So, yeah, that's that. This is this. Let's just start off easy. AFC East, we'll go bottom to top with all these rankings. I don't have too many terrible teams and not too many, overpowered, 15-1 teams, nothing like that, so... Yeah, I'm going to start at the bottom of the barrel, though. I think the Miami Dolphins will be the worst team in the league. A lot of people feel that way. And, shit could happen, obviously, but I just think with the talent or lack thereof that they have compared to everyone else, they got Kenny Stills, Kenyon Drake, they got, Xavier Howard, Rashad Jones still on defense. But other than that, I just, my boys Raekwon and Jerome Baker, if they can both stay healthy, hopefully. But I just don't think that's going to be enough for this team. Rosen and Fitzgerald, I don't think they're... Fitzpatrick, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't think they're sold on either one of them for some reason. Even though I feel like Rosen should be the guy. But they still have fucking Fitzpatrick for some reason. He's still getting starting jobs here and there. Jabs. So yeah, I got them at 3-13 for the whole season. So if you're taking notes, 3-13 for the Dolphins. The third team I got is the New York Jets. Now, once again, it's just a talent thing. They got gaping holes. They picked up some great off-season pieces in Le'Veon Bell and C.J. Mosley. And they still got Jamal Adams. Darnold might improve. They got Quincy Enunwa still. Jamison Crowder from the Redskins, but that's the same person as Quincy, and it's the same thing that the Redskins did with getting Crowder and Paul Richardson last year. The same type of receiver, really. So I don't know what we're doing there, but I got them at 5-11. I don't know what their record was last year. It couldn't have been good since I got the second pick. It might have been that or a little lower, but I just think there's other talents around the league that will be better and trying to get better as the season progresses, as well as my number 2 team in the AFC East, as this is a surprise with who's number 1 and whatnot. But I got the Buffalo Bills at 6-10. I really like the young talent they got, with drafting Oliver and, Edmonds last year and Micah Hyde, and, they got a good little young defense nucleus. Josh Allen can improve. They got Singletary from FAU. They got Frank Gore and Mack, veteran running backs. Yeldon, veteran, kind of young. He's in the middle of both of them 2 groups. Josh Allen can improve. Now, the receiving core would be the big question. Zay Jones, will he ever develop into a good quality receiver? They got Cole Beasley. A good little slot white guy, generic white slot receiver. But, we'll see. And we'll see with their line what they can do. I'm not too... familiar with their line, but I got them at 6-10 and number 2 seed, which means number 1 is obviously the fucking Patriots. I got them at 12-4. They're no matter who retires and who leaves, they're defending champs. They got talent damn near everywhere. There's some gaps here and there, I'd say, but they reinstated Josh Gordon, so he could probably be there. You still got Edelman. They got Lance Kendricks and Ben Watson at tight end. Ben Watson's facing a suspension, I believe. But, we'll see with that. It's still Brady. You got Sony Michel, who's going to be a monster. James White, they fucking drafted N'Keal Harry, who I thought was the best receiver in the draft. So, you got him at the last pick, so I feel like they're still going to be, unfortunately, at the top and probably going to go to the Super Bowl at 12-4. So from the AFC East to the AFC South, yeah, we're just going to go clockwise. Now, this whole Andrew Luck thing completely changes my whole predictions, as probably all of you guys. I had the Colts originally at 10-6, but without him, I think they're going to be the last in the division. And they got great talent everywhere else still, and Brissett's a good backup. I don't think he's a good starter, especially not for a whole season. I got him at 5-11. I really do now. The defense, I'm still not all the way sold on. They got, Leonard obviously, got my boy Hooker, but other than them two standouts, it's good to all right. They played good last year. I think they overachieved because they were motivated. They got Marlon Mack and T.Y. Good, great pieces, really. T.Y. I love. And Mack is a good running back. I don't know if he's an every down back, though. They got a good enough line still. They got Ebron at tight end. They got Funches from Carolina, but I don't know. I think they might play motivated, they might not. I say best 7-9, but I'm just going to stick with 5-11 for this because this division is very tough, and I got other people above them, clearly, which will include number 3, the Tennessee Titans. I got them at 7-9 now. Mariota, I'm a fan of. If he stays healthy, I feel like if they get him in the right scheme, I feel like he could produce. He's a quality quarterback to me in my eyes. Then they got Henry and Dion Lewis. I think it's a very good duo. At running back, they got an average to good line at times. That's why Mariota keeps getting waffled. And they got a ferocious defense. They've been drafting good little young pieces like Landry last year, Harold from Boston College, and Jeffrey Simmons from Mississippi State this year. I feel like those are going to be some good pieces. And this defensive front for Vrabel, my guy, of course, again, another biased Ohio State guy. But, I think they got 7-9, 9-7 at best, but I'm going to stick with 7-9 as always. I don't know why I'm doing the best case, worst case scenario for these teams, but I digress. Number 2, I got the Houston Jaguars. I've lost my goddamn mind, people. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I got them at 8-8. The all-elite Jaguars. They're going to be super kicking. You got Kenny Omega, Nick Foles right here. And I guess he's an improvement from Bortles because, he's produced in the postseason and has had good stats relatively. Not like unbelievable like I mean, in the 27-2 ratio, that's great, but nothing like Patrick Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Brady-esque stats like that. I still think he's a good quarterback. I guess he's a starting quarterback in this league for right now. And they got talent everywhere. They might have the best defense in the league, especially getting Josh Allen from Buffalo, Kentucky in the draft. That was a steal, especially for them. Jalen's probably the best corner in my eyes right now in the league. So, yeah, and then you got A.J. Boye. That's a great number 2 corner to have. Miles Jack. I mean, I'm just naming people on their team. Campbell. You guys know who the fuck these people are. But they could be on the fringe of playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it in, if they win the division even. But I feel like the number 1 team, the Houston Texans, I feel like they have just a little bit more talent, especially on offense. Well, primarily on offense. That's why I think they'll go over the hump. I got them at 10-6. By the way, do not sleep on D.D. Westbrook, though, for the Jaguars. I feel like he could have a great year with Foles slinging the rock at him. But, yeah, 10-6, I got the Houston Texans. Now, R.I.P. my boy Lamar Miller. He died in a preseason game, which is example A of 112 of not playing your starters in preseason games, especially if they don't need it. But they got Duke Johnson from the fucking Browns, so that's an even better trade now for them. He's probably going to be toting the rock and catching a lot of passes. So I've already drafted him in one of my fantasy leagues. You guys, if you guys are still haven't drafted, or he's a free agent, pick him up because he's going to get a lot of touches now. You think if Fuller can stay healthy, him and Hopkins is a great 1-2 punch. Deshaun is one of the better young quarterbacks in the league. I got him a top 10 quarterback. The line's a question mark, obviously, in the defense. We don't know. They got Bradley Roby from the Broncos, but other than that, they lost Matthew. Clowney might be holding out for the whole fucking year. Watt's always hurt, so we don't know about that. But I still got them in the playoffs. They won 11 games last year. I say they just a little notch down because their conference is more competitive. I got them at 10-6, winning the division. Now the AFC West. Once again, some controversy, some little stumblings because of Melvin Gordon. But let's start with the bottom of the barrel, and I got the Denver Broncos at 4. At number 4, I got them at 4-12. Now I've seen people get them as high as 7 wins, 6. I just don't see it. They got good young talent. I don't know if they can develop it yet with this coach and what they're situated with. Flacco is a temporary bandage, I think. I think Locke, once Locke is ready, and once Elway thinks he's ready, he's getting the ball. He's going around with it. Great athletic. He's the new age Cutler. I think that's a good thing personally, talent-wise. I think he might have a little more heart than Cutler, if you want to really critique it on a serious note and not just, do the cliche Stephen A. jokes, people who don't actually know football know. But yeah, great arm talent, big arm, can run. Yeah, I love the young talent. I love, Noah Fant, that was a good pickup. Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Hamilton, they still got Emmanuel. I don't know what they want to do with him. Philip Lindsay and Royce Freeman's a very good 1-2 punch in the backfield. I really like that. Defense is always going to be respectable, especially with Chubb and Von Miller and Chris Harris. I don't know. I just think there's better teams and better schemes. They got an old defensive-minded coach in 2019. That's just not the move anymore, and you got Flacco. So I just... Best case, I would say 6 wins, but like I said, I'm not seeing it. I'm going 4-12 for them. Which brings me to the third team in that division. Well, my third, ranking, I have them at third. I got the Oakland Raiders at 7-9. Obviously, all these pickups, acquisitions, Gruden is cleaning house. AB, obviously, the best receiver in the league. You get him. All this controversy, I don't care to discuss it. Even as a Steelers fan, I don't, it is what it is. I think people are just overhyping everything. And obviously, he's doing this for attention and shit, but people are just eating it up because the media has nothing else to do. They can't create their own stories or any intellectual conversation, so they just have to do the easy, quick drama shit for people who aren't even real football fans to sink their teeth into. Because who gives a fuck about frostbite and all this helmet shit? No real football fan gives a cat's ass. Josh Jacobs. This is not 2007 Giants. Very good running back. I think he's going to be a workhorse for them if they feed him the ball, as they should. Terrell Williams is a good little big body receiver that they can have complementing AB. Defense can only improve from last year, especially with the people they drafted, and Ibrahim and Farrell. 7-9. We'll see if Gruden really likes Carr. That relationship's very funny, and how they act like they're. At first, I'm like, I don't know. I think the media's just unnecessarily acting like they like each other just to play it up. But yeah, at some moments, it's a little bit too much. Like, okay, what you guys are forcing this for no reason, really. I think Carr's a good quarterback if he stays healthy, though. Their line would be the only real question mark I see for them. I'm not too familiar with them. Once again, I'm not out here line scouting. I'm sorry, but I got them at 7-9. 7-9, folks. 7-9. Which leads me to the San Diego Superchargers, who are now in LA. Excuse me, the LA Chargers. I got them at 10-6, even without Melvin Gordon. The backup running backs are alright. I'm not really fans of them. I'm not drafted in Al Kareem or whatever the fuck the dude's name is in fantasy, but you got Phillip Rivers, you got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, who I think Mike Williams will succeed. I think he's going to be another great Clemson wide receiver in the lineage. Hunter Henry, they finally let go of my boy Gates. The defense is there, even though they lost Derwin James for a big amount of time. Bosa's back at healthy. Ingram's there. Feisty defense they got there. Desmond King from Iowa. Very good corner, very underrated prospect. Coming out of college. He won the fucking Jim Thorpe Award. Like, come on now. And yeah, I got him at 10-6, man. I don't think they'll ultimately do much in the playoffs as usual because it's Phillip Rivers, but very good regular season quarterback. we'll see what they do. Which gets me to these fucking Chiefs, man. Patty Mahomes and the boys. Tyreek is back in business. They got Davey Williams. They got my boy Hyde at running back. They got Tyrann Mathieu, D Ford, I think, re-signed with him, right? Or they got Frank Clark. I don't know. I forgot. Yeah, D Ford. It went to the Niners, but yeah, they got Frank Clark from the Seahawks. The defense has to be better from last year. They were fucking 30. There's no way that they can continue to be that bad. Because even that bad, they were fucking a false start away from, or an infraction away from beating the Patriots. So I got them at 12-4, which will be the highest record I give these teams. I think I have 3 teams doing that. Them and the Patriots, and then you'll see coming up with the NFC. But yeah, I got them winning the division, which leads us to the final team or section in the AFC, which is the AFC North. Cincinnati Bengals, I got them last 4-12. I mean, let's just be real. They got talent here and there. I love Joe Mixon. We're punching bitches all 2019. I don't give a fuck about these hoes. But Andrew Luck, I think this might be his last year for them, or at least starting. Yeah, probably last year for them. Because why would you keep him as your backup? But yeah, defense kind of has holes here and there, and offense, Green is becoming a injury-prone person. Tyler Boyd, good receiver. He's not a number 1 though. So when they force him to be number 1, he gets good numbers in junk time, but nothing really groundbreaking. John Ross hasn't really done much. Eifert's always hurt. Line is, I got him at 4-12. That's just how it's going to be. 3, I got the Baltimore Ravens coming in at 8-8. Talent here and there, holes here and there. You know, it's just that's how some of these teams are. Lamar Jackson, I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump or nothing like that. He might not be as accurate as people want him to be, but he's going to be as electric as people want him to be. And with Mark Ingram's the best running back they've had since fucking Ray Rice. So yeah, you got that Kaleb. I know they like all these other backups they have, Kenneth Dixon and all these other scrubs. I just don't see it. Their receiving core is, I love Hollywood Brown, but they're going to pass it about 8 times a game. Boykin from Notre Dame, he's all right. He's not number 2 though. Snead, he's all right. Not at number 2 though. So we'll see what happens with them. Lost a lot of pieces on defense though. I know they got Earl Thomas, but losing Mosley and Weddle, you know, Marlon Humphrey might have a very good coming out year. I wouldn't be surprised. Their corner from Alabama, but I just don't know. Sources they're telling me. I got him at 8-8. So 8-8 for the Ravens. Number 2, I'm not going to be biased. I got my Pittsburgh Steelers at 10-6, not winning the division. But later on, I'll tell you what it is. 10-6. We got all the distractions out the way. Let me sip some agua. Thirsty for the ramen, I tell you. Juju on that beat. He's the number 1 receiver. He's going to get a lot of touches. I like the Benny Snell pick to back up Connor whenever he needs some rest. Connor's going to be another workhorse guy. TJ Watt, hopefully is going to keep improving. Edmonds hopefully steps up. Sean Davis hopefully steps up. Joe Hayden hopefully doesn't die. Tuitt, Hayward, all these people need to stay fucking healthy more than anything with the defense. And then just try your best to cover anyone, please, for the love of God. That Nelson cat from the Chiefs we picked up, I'm not a fan of it. That 3rd-ranked defense, I don't know what he's going to do for us. Then we draft Payne. Then we got another Sutton cat, last name from Penn State, I believe. Can someone improve? I mean, anyone's better than Artie Burns. God bless him, but those years were tough. I thought we had something with him, maybe, but no. I don't even know if he can be a nickel corner in this league. So yeah, I got us at 10-6. I also have the Browns at 10-6, but I think we're gonna split the series, and I think they'll have an edge over us, a tiebreaker somehow. I got them at 10-6. On paper, they look like a great team, but they haven't been great ever. So why would we expect them to be 15-1 and all this shit? They're gonna have good numbers. They're gonna look good on offense with Mayfield, Mahomes. What the fuck? Mayfield, Chubb, Hunt, Njoku, Jarvis, Odell, Hollywood Higgins, Callaway, if he ever stops fucking up, Defense, good, but I feel like there's little holes right there and some unproven people. We don't know how good Greedy Williams is going to be. I think he's going to be nice, but hell, I wanted to draft him, but fuck it. By the way, did I mention I love Devin Bush, man? Once these Michigan players come to us, I love them. I tell you. Tomlin removes the hard bum and the Michigan scum from him. He's going to be a monster, people. I'm telling you right now. Can Bud Dupree do anything, by the way? Anyway, other than that, yeah, back to the Browns. Their linebacking core is kind of suspect, and their safeties I'm not sold on. So I'd say that. Their interior line looks good with all the acquisitions they picked up. I got them at 10-6, though. They won the division. So for the AFC, I got Patriots, Texans, Browns, Chiefs winning the division, and I got the Chargers and the Steelers as the 2 wild cards, all right? So now we go to the NFC East. Rewind it, number 4 for the East. I'm going to say it, the Redskins. They don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. I feel like all 5 of them are going to play, all 3 of them. Dwayne should obviously have it by week 10 and on, next 10 years. If they don't fuck up with him as they've done every good quarterback they've seen to ever had, they leave them or they get hurt and their careers are ruined and all that shit. But yeah, I got them at 4-12. They got a very good running back room. I think it might be the best, one of the best in the league, man. You got AD still producing. You got Darius Geis. Jarius Geis, who I feel like can produce from LSU. Then you got Bryce Love from Stanford. Like I said, can still produce, but all these people need to stay healthy. That's the problem. They all have injury histories. So hopefully they can all be healthy for the duration of the league season. What am I saying? Does Chris Thompson? You think they'd cut him after this shit? But yeah, receivers are. You got Richardson still. You got Josh Dotson, where the fuck you want to say his name, from TCU. Maybe he'll finally step up. You got my boy Terry McLaurin. So not too deep, not too bad. You got Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis still. Both of them, once again, getting hurt a lot, especially Jordan Reed. So we'll see. Their defense, Landon Collins, I love. But other than that, Moragua, I don't know. I got them at 4-12. Number 3, I got the New York Giants at 5-11. Sneaking by them. Saquon, monster. He's going to get 800 carries, 800 receptions. All the receivers are hurt or suspended, so we don't know about that. Eli, I still think, can produce in this league. I know everyone's trying to get the old man out of here and get this new Daniel Jones scrub in. He looked cute in preseason, but it's preseason, folks. You're playing against the Jets' third teams. I could look good against them. I got him at 5-11, man. Defense is O-line is receiving core is but they're all hurt or suspended. So we'll see what Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, and the boys do. Number 2, I got the Dallas fucking Cowboys. Now, this is, even if Zeke plays all the year, some of the year, I got him at 9-7. All right, this is typical Cowboys shit. They have a great year one year. They miss the playoffs the next year. Dak, good quarterback, not a great quarterback. Amari Cooper, great receiver. Who else is there, though? Gallup, he's all right. He's not a number 2. Good slot guy, though. I like him. Randall Cobb, good slot guy, though. I like him. He is number 2, but will he stay healthy? You got old-ass Jason Witten, who's going to be running the same 5-yard out route with his slow ass all year. He'll always be open, because why not? Great offensive line. Good young defense. I mean, they signed Jalen Smith to that big contract, so it's like, who do you want? You can't have Dak, Cooper, and Zeke on all these max contracts. So you either they're going to have to suck it up and get less money, or you got to let one of them go. So we'll see. They offered Zeke the fucking Gurley-like money, so we'll see with that. But I got him at 9-7, just missing the playoffs, folks. Which leads to the Eagles. At 11-5, I got them Carson Wentz. They got talent everywhere, people. Carson Wentz needs to stay healthy. I know it's this fucking myth that he can't start all these games. And trust me, if you remember back in the day, in the early editions of the podcast, I wasn't sold on Carson Wentz, even when he was torching my team that year, his rookie, when he shitted on us. And it's not because it's not because I was a hater. I know our defense is trash. Anyone could do that. I would hope someone of his talent could do that to us. But it's because I wasn't, we've only seen 3 games of him. And then, the later end of that season, he died down a little bit. He wasn't balling all outlandish like he should. But the year after that, he could have won the MVP, man, with how he's performed. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been the MVP. I trust him completely now. He has all the talent in the world as a quarterback you'd want. Hopefully he stays healthy, got a good line. If they stay healthy, they got a good running back core again, good receivers. It would only be Eagles fashion if they choke this, but I think they got a good enough coach now to where they wouldn't do that. And even with Andy Reid, when they'd always have good teams. So as long as you got a good nucleus of coach and staff and leaders in that locker room, like my boy Malcolm Jenkins, more Ohio State pub, because fuck you all. All right, I'm tired of hearing about Nebraska and Michigan State and these bums and Shea Patterson. Fuck these motherfuckers. Anyway, this is NFL. But, Agua, thirsty for Ohio State. Anyway, yeah, I got him at 11-5. I got him winning the division. I got him fucking winning it all. All right, no. You'll hear about that later. NFC South now. NFC South is always interesting. Always, you come up here, you go down here, do all this, do all that. I got the Buccaneers at 6-10, I believe. I'm gonna say 6-10 as the 4 seed. So that tells you about what I have in store for all the other ones. I love Jameis just like I love Mariota. I love both of these people, or these quarterbacks, and people are already trying to say fuck them, draft other quarterbacks. They're bums. They can't do shit. They got the talent. You don't win Heisman's and national championships or go to them, without talent. And he has it. Bruce Arians, I love. All the way from when he coached us, offensive coordinator, getting us some rings. So, yeah. Chris Godwin's going to be a breakout star. I feel it. A lot of people are thinking that as well. Mike Evans is nice. O.J. Howard is nice. Their line is, oh my God. But it's, like a lot of these teams. Defense is only getting better. Devin White, great pick. He might have been the safest pick in the draft, just talent-wise. Him and my boy Bosa, Ohio State pub. I'm sprinkling it every time. But yeah, I got him at 6-10, 5-11, and I'll say 6-10. Just benefit of the doubt. Number 3, I got the Carolina Panthers. Scram-ass Newton, he's coming back. He might get motivated. They could be a playoff team, or they could be where I think there will be 8-8 just because there's other talent in the NFC. Especially what they did last year. They were fucking, 6-1, and then they come over to Pittsburgh and we shit on them, and then they don't win another game till like week 16, 17. Finishing 8-8 too, I think. So McCaffrey's going to get his touches. I think Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore are definitely going to ball out this year, really, with the offense that they're carrying too. They got 3 players that could damn near that have all the same skill sets with them and McCaffrey. You still got G-Reg showing bitches his third leg. He's a married man now. He's not doing that shit in the EU no more. All right, Christian boy now. Defense is always going to be solid, but I just feel like there's more talent. Rivera's a good coach, but I don't know if he gets them over the hump enough as he should. But I don't think they should fire him or anything like that. But maybe if they have a terrible year. But I got him at 8-8, 8-8. 2, I got the Falcons at 10-6. Matty Ice, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu. They might have the best receiving core in the fucking league. You got Austin Hooper now from Stanford. If you're a tight end, you went to Stanford, you're gonna be good. The line is good. The defense has its moments, has talent, has Deion Jones, has Tuitt, I believe. He's still there. Trufant. What the fuck am I talking about, people? But yeah, I feel like they're finally, if everyone stays healthy, Devontae Freeman especially stays healthy, I think they can get on another good run and get Matty Ice up there and Julio and all those boys. Dan Quinn's a good coach. Once again, we don't know. I'm not completely sold on him giving him over the hump, especially in that Super Bowl. What in the fuck are we doing over here? I got him at 10-6 though. 10-6. Good shit. Then we got the New Orleans Saints by default. I got them at 11-5. Talent everywhere. Defense in spurts. Where have we heard this before? Now, on offense, you got Michael Thomas, you got Alvin Kamara, and you got no one else. Really no one else. I love Ted Ginn. He got hurt. He didn't get many receptions to begin with. Traquan Smith from UCF, the national champion winners in 2017. The only undefeated team back then. Anyway, tight end, they got Jared Cook. Great pickup. Good line. Drew Brees getting older, getting up there. Will he lose a step? We don't know. We're going to have to see. But I feel like Sean Payton has that group motivated, especially how they've been getting shitted on the past couple of years. Now, will they be drained from these losses? I don't know. But I feel like they got enough talent to get there. Now, for me, you can switch out Panthers, Falcons, Saints any way you want. I feel like it's that one of them three could make it and or will win a wild card, which you'll see in the future. So we go to the NFC West now. Number 4, I got the Arizona Cardinals. I love Kyler Murray. I think he's going to be a beast. Everyone's hyping him up. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people are hyping him up. Michael Vick, I was hearing him talk about him highly. Yeah, man, he's just premier arm talent. All right, before the cliche black quarterback run scrambles, he can do all that, but he has premier arm talent first. Great touch, great big arm. Release is clean as fuck. Might be the cleanest throwing motion I've seen in my life. I'm not trying to suck his dick all before he plays the game, but I said the same thing about Mahomes, about him being a monster. Bought his jersey before he even started a game. Look what he's done. I think Murray is of that talent. And that being said, they're going to be 4-12 because they have no one else on this team. Cliff Kingsbury over here, Playboy. He's gonna be out on the town. He's gonna be at ASU every Friday and Saturday. So he's gonna be fucking college bitches still, and especially in Arizona because dear God. Anyway, who is galore? Whores galore, more whores. That's what Cliff Kingsbury does. So yeah, he'll be piping down the MILFs in Arizona than the college bitches. So he's not gonna have time to coach these motherfuckers up. The line is ugh. We're running a theme here on lines. Larry Fitzgerald, he's 188 years old, still open every play. That's good. Christian Kirk, I feel like he's going to be a monster. Andy Isabella, good little slot white. Is he really white, though, receiver? So we'll see with that. Their tight end, who the fuck is their tight end? I feel like I should know who it is, but their defense, I don't know. Chandler Jones, Patrick Pearson, that's it. Pearson is suspended for 6 games because he's been popping the molly. I'm sweating, or whatever the fuck he's doing. Some PEDs, some shit. Got him at 4-12. Got him at 4-12. Number 3, I got the fucking 49ers. I got him at 5-11, I believe. 5-11. I like some of the talent they have there. I'm still not sold on Jimmy Garoppolo, a.k.a. porn star Jimmy, clearly. I see he has talent, but I haven't seen long and meaningful, if you know what I'm saying. Jerick McKinnon, I love him, but we heard there's a setback on him, so I don't know. I'm not sold on this Beretta guy. He's just not a number 1 back. That's why I'm glad they got Telvin Coleman, who I do think is capable of being a number 1 back, even though he split time with Freeman his whole career. I believe they still got Godwin. They got Pettis, who might step up. You got Jalen Hurd, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. They got good talent on offense. Good scheme over here. Schemes with Shanahan. The defense is young and improving, but like I said, there's just more talent above them. So I got them at 5-11. 6-10, 7-9 at the highest. 5-11. I'm a Debbie Downer for all these. I'm picking all their worst case scenarios. For the most part, unless you're the Steelers, because I'm biased. Thank you, people. Thank you. Number 2, I got the Seattle Seahawks at 10-6. Russell Wilson. I feel like he's the best quarterback in the league right now. Right now, at this very moment, what he's done so far in his career and what he is capable of talent-wise. He led them to the playoffs last year when not a lot of people thought they would. They had the best rushing. They were the best rushing team last year, folks. And the year before that, Russell Wilson was the leading rusher. They were dead last, maybe. But Carson is a quality running back. I don't think he's number 1, even though he had a great year last year. Rashad Penny, I feel like, will be that guy in the next coming years. He's going to get more touches. So, yeah. Tyler Lockett, can he ever stay healthy? I love him as a player, but he cannot stay healthy for shit. DK Metcalf, will he develop into a great receiver that he's capable of, that I think he's capable of, but he still, for me, has a lot of work to do? Well, with that, the offensive line's better. The defense is slowly getting better to kind of that Super Bowl contending defense. Not really, but they're getting there. They got Ezekiel Ansah, so we'll see. I got my 10-6. 10-6. 10-6. Let me get some. Let me get some water. Clearly, I'm perched. I'm prospering. This is my third fucking podcast I've done, with an hour. Did I mention American Ramen? 85% off. Okay, anyway. Number 1, I got the Rams at 12-4. Yeah, let me get them on the positive note. 12-4. Clay Matthews, Eric Weddle. They're getting. They're always getting veteran defensive people nowadays. You still got Goff, and you still got who, once again, might be the best receiving core as well. I think it'd be a 1-2 for the Falcons and the Rams with Bradley, Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Todd Gurley. They got Darrell Henderson from Memphis just in case. Pause for no reason. I for some reason I start burping for no reason when I do these podcasts. Maybe because I'm not used to talking a bunch like this fastly. I don't know if you guys can even hear or comprehend what the fuck I'm saying. I'm sorry. And if you're hearing static and crinkling, it's because I'm walking around my room and my fucking heater's on. Already in August. It's on low, though. Low, though. Just keep it like 60-ish, 70-ish, you know. Anyway, well, for the room. But, yeah, Jared Goff, poor man's Matt Ryan, I've always said. So, and I think that's a good thing, because I love Matt Ryan. Goff is a very good, very good quarterback. But he definitely shines in the system. He looks better than what he is. But all that aside, I think he'll win the division for him again and have another good year stat-wise. And, we'll see what they do, folks, in the playoffs. Which leads us to the NFC North now. We're almost done with it. Number 4, I got the Lions, because it's the fucking Lions. Got them at 5-11. Patricia will have them playing tough all year round. Pat Stafford will pat stats. They didn't do it last year, though, so we'll see if Galladay and Jones, if he can sling the ball. Kerryon Johnson, though, I feel like, just like a lot of people, you've been hearing all this shit. I also believe it. Because talent, real recognized real, and I can see the talent. I saw it in Auburn. I feel like he'll break out even more than he did last year. He showed you glimpses here and there. The line is fairly good. Defense is fairly good. But there's just more talent who are fairly better than the Detroit Lions. That's why I got him at 5-11. Matt Stafford, obviously, in case you didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And number 3, I got the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota. Got him at 8-8. Kirk Cousins, good quarterback, not great quarterback, has not stepped up to the big games. Big time players make big time plays, big time games. He doesn't do it, folks. He just doesn't fucking do it. But no. Very good arm talent, though. That pass against the Packers in that tie game to Adam Thielen, I'm like, that's beautiful, man. That's one of the best passes I've seen in my life. Just how he dropped it in there in the end zone. Thielen and Diggs might be the best 1-2 punch. I'd say Odell and Jarvis. But, yeah, they're up there with them. I'm on crack. I don't know why I'm talking in this manner, but good young defense here and there. They're kind of aging, though, actually, now that we're thinking about it. Xavier Rhodes has been here for a while now. And I don't know why I always blank on their Lindsey Hunter. Dear God, I always blank on him and their line in general. But still got Chad Greenway there? No. But, yeah, I feel like Dalvin Cook, if he stays healthy, finally, can you ever stay healthy, my friend? I loved him in Florida State. He was a monster. I still think he's a great running back if he can stay healthy. But I got him 8-8 just because other teams here I feel like are going to do better. I got the Green Bay Packers at 9-7, 10-6. I don't know which one. I'm going to say 10-6 to be safe. Aaron Rodgers and them boys. The defense is improving with all the acquisitions they picked up, the draft picks. I've liked what they've been doing. They're at least giving an effort into making their defense good. So yeah, I got them at 10-6. Then I got the Bears at 11-5. I really have nothing much to say about the Packers, but I could easily see them not in the playoffs again if shit occurs. They still don't really have a good running back. Aaron Jones, I'm not sold on, people. I'm sorry. Just, what are you doing? What are you doing? Whack-ass Drake song. But I got the Bears. Bears at 11-5. I got them same record as last year. They have the best defense in the league. Kaleb Mack. They got Clinton Dix, man, I've always loved him from Alabama. Just that name alone, you have to be good. Because there's no way you have that name, and if you're ass, you're going to be even clowned on even more. Eddie Jackson, Fuller, we know all the boys, man. Tredavian. You know what the fuck his name is. I don't know why I'm blanking on him. Danny Trevathan. There we go. Losing my mind, people. David Montgomery from Iowa State. I like him. I feel like he's going to be a steal or sleeper or a guy that will produce in this league. Tariq Cohen's good. I'm not sold on Mitchell Trubisky, though. He's a good quarterback. Looks better in the system, or have we heard that before? But I think he'll do enough to get them into the playoffs. So that's that. I got the... who the fuck is... Okay, yeah, I got the Eagles, Saints, Rams, Bears winning their divisions, and I got the Seahawks and Panthers as your wild card teams. So hopefully you can all remember that shit. Defensive rookie in the year, I'm going to go with Devin White from Tampa. I feel like he's going to get a lot of play and a lot of touches. Him and Devin Bush, I feel like, are the top two rookie of the years on defense. And offense, I got Kyler Murray. I feel like he's just, he's going to get more play than everyone. Offensively, he's going to get more touches. Clearly, he's going to have the ball more in his hands. He's going to start week 1. There's no fucking question. He's going to do big things, people. Big things. Defensive player of the year, I'm going to go with... I'm going to be safe and go Khalil Mack. They gave it to Aaron Donald. Watts had it a couple times. Mack hasn't had it multiple times, I believe. He won it in 16-17, but he hasn't had it another time. I feel like they're going to give it to him. I feel like he's going to have a big year for the Bears. They could go 8-8, people, for actually, now that I'm thinking about it. That's their worst case scenario. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of parity in the NFL, which I like. Any team can win any given Sunday. Willie Beeman, that shit. JB Fox, you know the deal. And MVP, MVP, this is going to be a tough one. I haven't thought about it thoroughly. A lot of people said Luck, but he's dead now. So I'm going to go with Jacoby Brissett. No. It's either going to be a quarterback or a running back for a winning team. I'm going to say Mahomes does it again. Fuck it. Back to back on him. So yeah, that's that. This is this. And especially why I think he's going to win MVP, because I got him winning the Super Bowl. You heard it here first. The Chiefs and the Eagles are my Super Bowl pick. And that'd be a great story. Andy Reid against his former team, against Peterson, he was in his system with the Chiefs, ironically enough, and I think the Eagles too. But Andy Reid finally wins a ring against his old team. Eagles fans would completely shit themselves. But that's that. This has been the King Caleb podcast, probably the longest podcast in a while, all about sports. So that's why the other ones are so short, because I mainly talk about sports. So yeah, this has been that. Watch all my predictions be wrong and me look like a fucking idiot. But nevertheless, this has been your boy King Caleb with the best. Signing the fuck out.